Hello everyone, my name is Corey and I'm a content and support engineer here at Geocodio. Today, I'm going to walk you through the Geocodio dashboard so that you can see all the options available to you when managing your account. Let's go ahead and log into an account to get started. If you're already logged in, you can also click the button that contains your email address in the top right corner of the screen to access the dashboard. Once you're logged in, you can see a few things. On the left side of the screen is a group of tabs. These tabs allow you to access different menus, including API keys, billing, usage, etc. They are largely related to how you use Geocodio. If you need to manage your account information, such as changing your email address or password, click on the arrow at the bottom of the screen to access additional options. We'll come back to this later. The rest of the page is taken up by a dashboard that contains a lot of basic information that can be expanded upon in the different tabs. The Get Something Done button opens a new menu that will give you quick access to a bunch of different tools. You can upload a spreadsheet, change your account info, update your billing information, change your plan, add a team member, create an API key, or get a receipt. That said, all of these things can be accomplished in other areas of the dashboard, so let's continue on with our tour for now. The top section includes your recent uploads. This is a short list of any spreadsheets you have recently uploaded. If you click the New Upload button, it will take you to our spreadsheet uploader tool. More on that shortly. Each spreadsheet in the table contains a title, the date and time it was uploaded, as well as a status. Your status will change as your spreadsheet uploads, and once it's finished, should read as completed. If you click the Details button, you can also receive additional information such as who uploaded the file, which can be useful if you have multiple team members, and how many rows are in the file. To download a recently uploaded file, click the Download button. The Preview button will take you to a sample map that will plot some of your coordinates. This is a good way of verifying that you received the results you expected. For example, if most of the addresses in your spreadsheet are located in Washington, D.C., you would expect D.C. to have most of the coordinates on the map, as is the case here. The Create Map button is a tool you can use to create a shareable map that can be styled and customized for your needs. However, we're making some major updates to how Geocodio Maps works, so we'll cover this in a different tutorial when we're ready to talk about those changes. You can also delete a file by clicking the Delete button. Be aware that this is permanent and any deleted data cannot be recovered. Only do this if you know you won't need access to this spreadsheet again. Finally, you can see a long list of your uploads by clicking on the View More Past Uploads button. This page is also available through the Past Uploads tab, so we'll talk about it soon. The next section of your dashboard contains information about your payment balance. For pay-as-you-go customers, the box on the left contains the amount that will be due at the end of the current month. We'll calculate your usage and charge you on the date that is shown. You can also manage your billing options by clicking the link at the bottom of the box. The box on the right contains information about your most recent payment. You can also view a list of all your invoices. The last section in the abbreviated dashboard is a graph of your usage for the last week. The x-axis contains the days of the week, and the y-axis contains the number of lookups you've made each day. We break down your usage into a number of categories. Total usage, all of the lookups you've made in a week across all of our platforms. Geocodio import, the lookups you've made using the spreadsheet uploader, and the names of any APIs you've created, the lookups you've made using each API key in your account. I've only used the spreadsheet uploader at this point, so there aren't any API keys reflected on this chart. You can also click the Details button to get a more in-depth view of your usage. Now that we've taken a look at our abbreviated dashboard, let's take a closer look at some of the tabs on the left. If you want to create a new API key or manage your existing API keys, click on the API Keys tab. If you're just starting off with Geocodio, click the Create API Key button. In the form that pops up, add a name for your key so you can easily identify it later. You can also adjust your permissions to determine which endpoints you want access to in the API. Single, reverse, and batch geocoding are automatically selected. If you would like to include our Lists API endpoints, which allow you to upload, download, and delete spreadsheets directly through the API, check the boxes provided. You can also allow specific IP addresses to access the API by entering them in the form below. Click Create and we'll get everything set up for you. Your new API key will now be listed in the table. You can copy the key by clicking the button at its end, allowing you to paste it into your code. You can also edit the aforementioned permissions by clicking the Edit button, or delete the API key by clicking the Delete button. Before you do this, be sure that your code isn't using any API keys that you delete, as that could potentially cause errors. If you need any additional information about how to utilize our API, we also provide a link to our documentation here. The Billing tab allows you to make adjustments to your plan and payment methods. There are enough options in this tab that we've included a top navigation bar. In the first section, you can add and delete payment methods. To add a credit card, I'm going to click on the Add Payment Method button. This will open up a form that will allow you to choose between a credit card or a bank account. Fill out the form, save your entry, and you're good to go. You can add multiple payments if you want to make sure that you'll avoid interruption of service. We always try the default method first and only use the secondary methods if the primary fails. If at any point you need to remove a payment method, you can do so by clicking the trash can icon on the left side of the listed method. Be aware that if you don't have any credit cards on file and you're part of our pay-as-you-go plan, you might have trouble accessing Geocodio's data if you go beyond the 2,500 free lookups we provide each day. If you have a credit card on file, you'll see a form that allows you to enter a billing address. Go ahead and fill that out and click Save when you get the chance. The Plan section is very important for managing the type of plan that you're on. When you sign up for an account with Geocodio, you will automatically be placed in the pay-as-you-go plan. This is not a subscription, and you will only pay when you utilize the service. The pay-as-you-go plan provides you with 2,500 free lookups per day. Any lookups beyond that amount cost 50 cents per 1,000 lookups. We calculate your total usage and bill you on the first of the following month. Click on the link to our pricing calculator to determine how much your project might cost to geocode using pay-as-you-go. You can also choose to switch to our unlimited plan by clicking on the Switch to Unlimited button. Geocodio Unlimited costs $1,000 per month and is a fixed monthly fee. You can geocode as much as you want. We provide you with a dedicated instance that has a throughput of at least 200,000 lookups per hour when optimized with batch geocoding. For more information about our payment options, check out the pricing page I've linked down in the description. This also has information about our enterprise plan. One thing to note, if you've signed up for Geocodio Unlimited and want to cancel your account, you can do so by switching back to pay-as-you-go. Navigate to the Plan section and click Switch to Pay-as-you-go. You'll finish up the rest of your month you've paid for, and then we'll change your plan. The Usage Limits section is particularly useful in conjunction with our pay-as-you-go plan. If you have a specific number of lookups you want to set as your maximum, ensuring you'll never be surprised by your volume of requests, you can set a limit of lookups here. If you hit your limit, you'll receive a 403 forbidden error and won't be able to make any more lookups until a certain condition is met. We default to no limit. You won't be restricted in any way. If you have pre-purchased lookup credits to use with Geocodio, you can set the usage limit to max out when you run out of credits. You can also limit your daily usage to a specific number of lookups per day. For example, you could enter 5,000 in the text box, and once you've reached 5,000 lookups in a day, you will not be able to process any additional spreadsheets or use the API until the following day. The counter resets at midnight Eastern Standard Time. In the credits section, you can pay for lookups in advance. When we calculate your monthly usage, we'll apply any credits you've purchased before billing you for any lookups beyond that amount. There are a number of options you can choose from if you click the Purchase Credits button. Credits are meant for high volume usage, so we start with 1 million lookup credits for $425 and go as high as 5 million lookup credits for $1,250. If you need more than this, please reach out to our support team at the link in the description below. You can also review your credit history and how many you've used by clicking the Credit History button. In the boxes below, you'll see the remaining credits you have available, as well as how many you used in your last transaction. The next two sections display any past invoices you have with Geocodio, as well as what price and due date you can expect for your next invoice. You can download past invoices as a PDF to review. The last section in the Billing tab is for organizations that qualify for sales tax exemption. If you click Manage, we'll take you to a page where you can upload your tax exemption certificate for us to review. As long as the tax exempt status is valid, we'll remove any potential state sales tax from future invoices. You also need to make sure to provide us with a billing address above so we can cross-reference the state with your documentation. The Usage tab will let you visualize your Geocodio usage in a given month by breaking each day out into a table. We default to displaying the current month, but if you click on the Select Month box, you can choose from previous months as well. The table is broken up into a number of columns and subcolumns. Geocodio Import refers to any data we've returned via our spreadsheet uploader. Any API keys you are using to make calls to our API will be listed in separate columns with their name as the header. Beneath each of the main columns are the subcolumns, lookups and fields. Lookups are the number of addresses that have been geocoded, and coordinate pairs that have been reverse geocoded. Fields are the number of data appends added. For example, if you geocode 5 addresses and ask for the congressional district and state legislative district fields for all of them, it would count as 10 fields. Here you can see that I made 53 regular lookups and 23 additional lookups via field appends. We only display data for lookups that have actually returned results. If results aren't returned, they do not count towards your lookup total for the month. Each day, we'll add your total lookups and fields across the spreadsheet uploader and API. This will be provided as a subtotal. Then, we'll subtract the 2,500 free lookups per day, and that will give you your total number of billable lookups for that day. Since I haven't had any days where I made more than 2,500 lookups, I don't currently have any that are billable. This would change if I continued to geocode. If you'd like to export a copy of this report, click the Export button up top to download a CSV file. The New Upload tab will take you directly to our spreadsheet uploader. We cover how to use the spreadsheet uploader in our formatting tutorial, so I've linked that in the description for you to check out if you need any more in-depth information about it. The Past Uploads tab is very similar to the Recent Uploads section of the abbreviated dashboard, except it includes a list of all of the spreadsheets you have uploaded. From here, you can download, preview, or delete each spreadsheet, just as demonstrated before. You can also search by file name if you don't want to comb through all the files individually. The Help tab provides you with links to a number of different resources to help you get up and running with Geocodio. Our API documentation is a detailed tutorial of how to make API calls. The Spreadsheet Upload Guide will walk you through the best ways to format your spreadsheet to get accurate results. The Email Support button will let you send an email directly to support for assistance. And the Report Data Error button will let you report any issues you run into with address results. For example, if the coordinates returned are inaccurate or not what you anticipated. With that, we've covered all of the main tabs available in the dashboard. However, there are still a few more options to consider. If you go to the bottom of the menu, you'll see an arrow next to your account information. If you click the arrow, you'll see a new menu open that contains a variety of account and security-specific options for you to manage. The Account button will take you to a page where you can make adjustments to your Geocodio account. In the first section, you can add a name and a billing email. It's important to note that your billing email does not have to be the same as the one you use to log in. If you work for an organization and need to send billing emails to an accountant or someone else within that organization, you can submit their email here. In the Notifications section, you can elect to receive product updates when we release new features, API updates, etc. This is unselected as the default, so feel free to opt in. You can also choose to receive updates when we finish uploading your spreadsheets. enter the email that you want to route the notifications to, and click Save. In the Change Email section, you can change the email address that you use to log in. For security reasons, you must enter your password in order to be able to make this adjustment. The Change Password section allows you to update your password. You must enter your old password as well as input your new password twice to process the change. Finally, you can delete your account by clicking the Delete Account button. Be aware that this is a permanent removal of all data in your account, including any API keys or spreadsheet uploads. If you are using an API key in your software, you may want to remove it to prevent any potential errors. If you require any of the spreadsheets you've uploaded, be sure to download copies before proceeding. If you would like to add an extra layer of security to your account, you can navigate to the Two-Factor Authentication page. This will allow you to select from a variety of authentication tools that will enable two-factor protocol. After entering a password, you will also have to provide a unique code from the app you select to work with. We always recommend implementing two-factor authentication. We've already seen a sneak peek of our agreement page, which allows you to upload or download specific documents that you might require. If you're on our unlimited plan, you may have access to a data processing agreement. If you're on our enterprise plan, you may have access to a business associates agreement. And if your organization is tax exempt, you can submit your state tax exempt certification by clicking the Submit Certificate button. We will review and confirm your documentation, then update our payment records as necessary. Your audit log is a great tool if you need to remember how and when you last used your account. It's a detailed list of your activity, including things like spreadsheet uploads, API key generation, password changes, etc. If there are multiple team members on your account, you can also see who engaged in which activity. Speaking of team members, you can add child accounts to your primary account by navigating to the team page. You can send your team invitations by clicking on the Add Person button. Then, enter the name of the person you're looking to invite, as well as their email address, and we'll send them an email with information on how to sign up. You can add as many team members as you want. This will make you into a team manager, meaning that you'll be able to view and manage all uploads, API keys, and usage across your team. You'll also be able to add and remove team members, as well as manage billing and receive notifications. Team members can do a number of cool things. They can make lookups that count towards the overall team account's usage, upload and view their own spreadsheets, create and delete their own API keys, as well as see the primary account's API keys. But crucially, there are a number of things that team members can't do. They can't delete your API keys or those of any other team members. They can't access billing and payment information, see other team members' uploaded spreadsheets, access usage data, or invite others. This is a great tool if you would like to spread your geocoding work across multiple team members, but don't want to be siloed into individual account experiences. With that said, your last option is our Logout button. This will log you out of your account until you're ready to use it again. I hope this has been a helpful tour through all of the options available in your account dashboard. Feel free to send any questions to support@Geocodio. If you'd like to try out Geocodio, you can receive 2,500 free lookups per day when you sign up, as well as explore the dashboard yourself. Until next time, happy geocoding.